This video is sponsored by SKILLSHARE.
Hello, my beautiful munchkins, my darlings. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, my dear. Please don't forget to subscribe to help us grow and so I can make more videos like this, and of course follow me on Instagram, because yeah, just please. Okay guys, so today we are doing super sexy, fall appropriate fragrances, and this is more of a luxury edition, but rest assured that I will be doing more affordable fragrances for fall as well, since you know I am very much into doing all those seasonal series, and I'm so happy that the fall is here because I can do one more, and this is basically my fall edition, which usually lasts for 2 months. So get ready for some fall fragrances, fall fragrances and fragrance hauls. That's what I meant, guys. Okay, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in.
This video is sponsored by SKILLSHARE. SKILLSHARE is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. No matter if you're a beginner or an expert, rest assured SKILLSHARE has a class for you. You can dive into improving your business skills, master your self-care, or fill your home with art pieces you have just created, all thanks to SKILLSHARE's wide range of classes you can take. Members get unlimited access to thousands of inspiring classes. SKILLSHARE will help you to improve your existing skills, learn something new, and expand your creative mind. I have learned so much about business development and video editing already, which helps me tremendously with my everyday work. My most favorite class, though, is the Ultimate Self-Care Playbook, Discover and Nurture Your Centered Self with Jonathan Van Ness. Honestly, I work all the time, so this class was exactly what I needed. I highly recommend it if you are a busy bee just like me. SKILLSHARE's entire catalog of classes now offers subtitles in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and Dutch. There are no ads, which means you can focus entirely with no interruptions. Join now with a whole month of free trial. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description box down below will get a 1 month free trial of SKILLSHARE, so you can start exploring your creativity today.
I have super sexy fragrances, from vanillas to gourmands to some very much unisex fragrances that are just panty droppers, alright? So I will be also doing a date night fragrances for fall, but that's a whole another video, so I hope I will find enough fragrances that are not only sexy but date appropriate, but these are like the sexiest of the sexiest, alright? So let's jump right in, and the first one that I have here and I want to show you, I was honestly wearing it throughout the summer, but to me this is just perfect for fall. In summer it was a little bit, sometimes too much, but just like very borderline perfect, but for fall it's just absolutely perfect, and that is Tom Ford Jasmin Rouge. I love this fragrance, guys, so much. At first I wasn't really into it when I was younger, when it was just released, but now I am in love. This is a sweet yet quite indolic jasmine with ylang ylang, with some spices, with some sweet notes, with some woods. It is just so beautiful. On me it does last well. I get good 6 to 7 hours from it, then I have to respray, but that's fine. I mean, for the price, let's be honest, maybe it's not the best, but it could be worse. And with Tom Ford, you know, when it comes to longevity, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. With Jasmin Rouge, it's right in the middle, so it's, you know, bearable and acceptable. But the scent is just so gorgeous. It is so sexy, very feminine, definitely not unisex in my opinion. This is like straight up a feminine, strong feminine fragrance, you know. This is a strong woman, sexy woman wearing something red. So good. It has this like summery touch, thanks to Ylang Ylang. But in general, this is definitely a darker, more of a fall fragrance. But it's so beautiful. You can pull it off during the daytime if you like those heavy hitters. But for dates, it's gonna be fantastic. I love this. I really, really do. I've raved about it for so long on my channel and I still don't have a full bottle. But this will change soon, I promise. So that is Jasmin Rouge. The next one that I want to show you and talk about is from BDK, and that is Rouge Smoking, and that is just glorious. I have a full BDK fragrance review, so I will leave the link somewhere here. But Rouge Smoking is so good, like so good, so good. This is like this vanilla and cherry. That's mainly what I get, like this beautiful vanilla with cherry, with some smoke a little bit, with slight powdery touch, but not too much. I even rhymed it, look at me. I love this. Rouge Smoking is another one, just like Jasmin Rouge. It's gonna be okay for the daytime, but perfect for the nights out. Glorious. Again, I get very good 6 hours out of it, but I must say the sillage is not too strong, so this is actually going to be perfect for more intimate encounters, you know, when you want only your special someone to smell you. This is going to be just great. But I personally really love this scent DNA. I love cherry in a fragrance, and this is definitely cherry based. It's like not sour at all. It's sweet, but it's dark at the same time. So Rouge Smoking is definitely on my to buy list because it is really good. And for autumn, sex in a bottle. So that is Rouge Smoking. And then we have a Kilian. I want to show you a Kilian, and that is Black Phantom. Black Phantom, that's what I meant. Not Back to Black, which is also very good, but I went with Black Phantom. And Black Phantom to me is a sweet, but not too sweet, very dark, dark cocoa fragrance. And this has some coffee to it. It's just so good, guys. I can't. It's so good. To me, at first, when I sniffed it, like, for the first few times, I thought it would be more masculine, definitely unisex and even more masculine. But now, the more I have it, the more I wear it, the more I test it, I can really say that this actually leans quite feminine if you love those very dark fragrances. Because a guy can totally pull this off, but this chocolate here makes it very like edible and like yummy, just yummy. It's like this, honestly, this is a dessert in hell because it's like dark and mysterious and like so much is going on, but yet it's sweet and it's a dessert, you know? I don't know if it makes sense, but to me, somewhere in my head, it kind of does. I love this one, and this one has great longevity and very nice projection, I must say. And this one is, for me, definitely full bottle worthy. Same as Back to Black, which I wanted to feature in this fragrance, but I feel like I have featured it so many times on my channel that I'm trying to just, you know, stay away from it for a while. But it will probably just hit you back in your faces in another video or so because I just cannot stop with Back to Black. And again, another one that I really want a full bottle of. So these two, honestly, Back to Black, go with it if you love honey, and Black Phantom, go with it if you want this dark, bitter chocolate note with some coffee, with a little bit of spice but not too much. It's still sweet. They're both very dark and mysterious. Black Phantom is even darker. So I love those two Kilians. To me, they are so sexy. To me, in general, Kilian is a brand that just, it is just all about sexiness to me, and, you know, being sensual and sexual. I love this brand. So that's Kilian's, and that's enough of Kilian's, I promise. Then we have one that is new to me, and this is Arcanum by Navitus Parfums, and I have very nice 50 milliliter decant. and oh my gosh, is this amazing. This is a sandalwood, creamy, sweet, woody, so woody. If you love Santal Complet from Fragrance de Bois, you need this. You're gonna love this to death, because to me, I honestly think this is better for me, for my skin, for my taste. It is just more wearable, it's even smoother, it's not as woody, it has more sweet notes, the longevity is fantastic. This is a Parfum concentration, so I really love that. Amazing. And of course I have still active discount code for Navitus, so please use it with the links down below. You have everything in there. So yeah, that's Arcanum. Again, fantastic longevity. This again is marketed as unisex, but I honestly think on a woman it's gonna be divine. Same as on a dude, to be honest. These are really fragrances to share. Oh, and I love that about those beautiful, luxurious, exquisite niche brands, that most of their fragrances are actually unisex. They're perfect to share with your partner if you want to. But yeah, this one is a beautiful creamy sandalwood. I'm not sure if it has coconut, but I think it does. It is a bit smoky. I love this one. So that's Arcanum, super sexy panty dropper for sure. Speaking of Fragrance de Bois, I think I have one. Yes, I only have one today, and that is my favorite from the whole line, to be honest. It's my favorite. And that is Oud Orange Intense. And guys, if I say something it's sexy, this is it. Ooh. It is fruity with some oud and lots of vanilla. You know, vanilla will show up here a lot along with Tonka, because they are considered aphrodisiacs, and you know, when you smell it you already feel very sensual and sexual and sassy, you know. Oud Orange Intense is fantastic. I hope I will manage to get a full bottle because it's hella expensive. But it's worth it. It is really worth it. It's very long lasting, super good projection. It's so opulent and so sexy at the same time. In my opinion, this one is the sexiest fragrance, like hands down, from the whole Fragrance de Bois range. This one is the sexiest, and it had to be here on this list because it's just exquisite. Oh, I love this to death. So that is Oud Orange Intense, and on my skin, this is the most long-lasting and the most projecting Fragrance de Bois scent. So I think if you are really wary when it comes to spending your money wisely and you want something great from Fragrance de Bois, I think Oud Orange Intense is very good to go, because you don't have to worry about longevity. It's surely there. Okay, now what I have next is another BDK, and I promise that's the end of BDK as well, and it had to be here because it's so sexy, and that is Wood Jasmine. So we have another jasmine fragrance that is so opulent, rich, but super ultra sexy. I'm out of hands, so I need to spray it on my sleeve. Whew. To me, it's almost boozy. It's so good, it's almost boozy. I don't know how they did it, but it is just fantastic. I think, honestly, it is just as good, if not better, than Jasmin Rouge, which I love, and this is definitely one of my favorite jasmine fragrances. But I think that Wood Jasmine is slightly even better now that I think of it. Amazing. It is just amazing, guys. It is, again, almost boozy. Like, I don't know why, but to me it has that booze to it, you know. It's a sweet jasmine, but not clean at all. It almost goes into a gourmand direction. Yummy. It's floral, super sexy, super feminine, very seductive. If you want a super seductive jasmines, you go with either Jasmin Rouge from Tom Ford or Wood Jasmine from BDK. There are no better ones when it comes to jasmine, really. Okay, next one. We have a Tonka fragrance, and that is Jo Malone, Myrrh and Tonka. Fantastic unisex fragrance. A lot of myrrh, some lavender, a lot of Tonka, of course. To me, this one actually, it is like almost like pipe, like a pipe scent, you know, like a flavored pipe scent. Beautiful Tonka here, a very nice one, because sometimes, especially in men's fragrances, Tonka it's so heavy on Tonka because, you know, people who make fragrances for designers, they just load those Tonka notes in there and oil to make the fragrance last and make it project. But here, this Tonka is so sophisticated and it doesn't turn in that direction that I don't like. It's just not too much. Even though the fragrance is called Tonka, it is just a perfect balance. It is a little bit incensey because of the Myrrh. Love this, love this one. And this is, again, from Jo Malone, the longest lasting on me. It is even more long lasting than Velvet Rose and Oud, which is not bad, but Velvet, not Velvet, blah, blah, blah. Scratch that. Myrrh and Tonka is better than Velvet Rose and Oud. So check it out, because for Jo Malone, the longevity, you know, is usually so-so, but with this one is great. So super, super seductive. To me, is more of a nighttime scent. I wouldn't really wear it during the day because to me it's just, there's something about it that it's like straight up a nighttime fragrance for me. So that is Myrrh and Tonka by Jo Malone. Next we have Dior Addict, the original Eau de Parfum, and it has a combination of white florals. It does have jasmine some back, so yet another jasmine, but this one is way more about vanilla and powderiness than those white florals in here. You still get them, but this vanilla is like, whoa. This actually is such an old fragrance, and this is one of the first vanillas that were just like, wow, like everybody and their mothers went crazy for it. When they released the first Dior Addict, people went nuts about it. So yeah, I love this. Very good long lasting power and projection. Ultra sexy fragrance. You know, if you want sexy, you know that your dumb reach will be Dior Addict. If sexy had a second name, it would be probably Addict by Dior. It's that good. And it's so intoxicating. It just gets into your head and it stays there and you cannot get it out. So if you want to be polarizing, if you want to get those babies your way, they're Addicts. They're Addict, guys. Okay, next one is my current favorite vanilla, and that is Goldfield and Banks Silky Woods. Guys, this is so glorious. I get loads and loads and loads of compliments. I went to a dinner with my friend yesterday and I was wearing it, and when I was walking down the mall to the parking spot, I got chased about this fragrance. So it is a massive compliment getter, but at the same time it's not mainstream at all. It is very, very niche smelling. It's so beautifully blended, but at the same time it is quite easy on the nose. It is a typical very woody vanilla fragrance. It has some agarwood. Every single ingredient is from Australia, so it's very nice about the brand that, you know, they stick to their guns. I really, really like it. And this is actually a Parfum concentration, yes. And guys, this is concentrated, let me tell you that. This is extremely long lasting. I think even though all the fragrances that I am showing you are long lasting, this is top notch. This is the most long lasting of them all and the most projecting. I don't know any other fragrance that almost makes me choke, and this one does. It's beautiful and I love being choked by this one, but still it's strong. So and also the sprayer is quite intense. I don't know if you will see, but it's like in your face. But I like it because I always overspray, so if the mist is like faint and, you know, like I just have to spray and spray and spray and spray. With this one, I just need a few and I'm good. So it's basically like a shower of a fragrance. I love this. Silky woods. I think it is a great bang for your buck. You have to have it. If you love vanilla, if you love woody fragrances, you have to have it. You just have to. Great one. And not too hyped. So it's still going to be very much unique. Love this one. So good. Okay, next. We have, oh no, I actually lied. I have another Kilian, but I'm so sorry. It's from the other range. So maybe you can forgive me. I just wanted to quickly mention it, and that is Kissing. And this is so good. This is like hot milk with some lily of the valley and sugary notes. It's just like you were drinking hot milk, but very, very sweet, and it's so sexy. Like, it's just so comforting, but sexy at the same time. Like, wow, like this lily of the valley makes this fragrance quite animalic and like, brr, you know, like spicy. But at the same time, you get that massive comfort of that hot milk, and it actually really smells like hot milk, not cold milk. It smells like hot milk. It really does. And those sugary notes, beautiful gourmand fragrance with a very indolic, animalic floral touch. So good, so good. It definitely, in my opinion, should be in their, you know, by Kilian collection, so in those typical bottles, because it is really worth being on a pedestal. You know what I mean? I love this one. Very good lasting power. This to me is great no matter if you want to go just on a date or you are ending that date in bed with someone. This is a perfect bed, but not for sleeping kind of fragrance. You know what I mean? Yes, it is good. Let me tell you, it is good. I love this Kilian Kissing. Okay, what do we have next, my darlings? Of course, I just hold it, and I'm sorry to repeat myself, but it had to be here because it's so sexy. But I actually have it as a combo. So I have the new one, Invite Only Amber 23 by Kayali, which is ultra sexy on its own. It's oud, it's honey, cherry, vanilla, tobacco. It's just everything in a gourmand you might want, but with a beautiful Middle Eastern touch. Great longevity and projection, I must tell you this. It's phenomenal, and I love it with vanilla because this way you get that ultra sexy but feminine bomb. Because this one, it is sweet, but to me it is quite unisex. And when you add up with vanilla from Kayali as well, you get very, very feminine fragrance all together. This combo just smells divine. This smells divine. You cannot go wrong with this. It is divine. You just have to try it. What can I say? This is sex in a bottle. It is really, really sexy. Okay, guys. So I think this is gonna be it for now for this video, just because I am already compiling the sexy autumnal fragrance but designer edition / affordable edition. I'm trying to go as affordable as I can, so stay tuned for that. For all my beauties on a budget, you will be served, I promise. It will go up very, very soon. So that is it for now, for today. I love you. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next one. Bye.